C'est bon. Donc voilà, à vous la parole.
Hello, I'm Victor. I'm Victor from Romania, from north of Romania, from Transylvania. I'm traveling by bicycle around the world. I'm traveling in more than 10 countries. It's a big project that happened in the last 4 years. Is now in Morocco, for example, is the third etap. When I started the first time on my trip in 2013, I done the first stop from Romania to Cyprus, crossing all the Balkans. After that, the second etap was Cyprus to Belgium, crossing Italy, Switzerland, and France. And last year I started the third etap. It's from Belgium to Morocco. One of my goals for this trip is to promote the generosity of the people. For example, in most of the countries, I slept in the house of the people, or I slept in my tent. Rarely I paid for my food or for my hotel. Most of the time I receive help from different organizations or different people. Like for example here in Meknes, I arrived by one hospitality club that is in internet. Like that I met Mohammed and his family. For me it was a very good experience to know a bit sort of the life in the village, in the city. Mostly when I arrive in Morocco, I arrive from Melilla. I pass it with the boat in Almeria to Melilla. And Meknes is the second biggest city that I visited until now. Most of the time I prefer to cycle in the countryside. It's for me it's a real very good culture shock to see how people live and to have a simple life. I'm not very fan of the cities. Meknes is a kind of a step for me in the way to visit maybe the Atlas. In total, I have 2 months of traveling here in Morocco. When I visit the countryside, a lot of people ask me if I'm a tourist, and my reaction is all the time that I'm not a tourist. I'm a kind of visitor. I'm a guest, not a tourist. I'm more like a person that like to discover the countryside and to discover the places around than to stay in the cities. I was surprised again here in Morocco, like in Turkey, for example, where a lot of people host me in their houses. Most of the nights, I'm already here for more than 2 weeks. I slept in 2 weeks, just 2 nights in the tent, and the rest of the nights I slept in the house of the people. It's absolutely amazing to have this experience to stay in the families and to know how they live, how they eat, how is their daily life. Traveling by bicycle is a really good experience because you can discover small villages and small places. I never use highways or big roads. All the time I'm using the small roads or roads that usually it's used by the donkeys or animals or shepherds. Yesterday, for example, I was using a road that was used by the people from the villages. Like that, for me, it's very good chance to have interaction with the people from the countryside, and it's very surprising that Morocco is very similar to my country, to Romania. In the countryside of Romania is the same as here. The people are very poor. They don't have too much money and not at all jobs. But the generosity is the same in Romania, like in Morocco.
Your age?
I'm 30. I will be 30 in May. I'm traveling for more than 10 years by bicycle, by train, by hitchhiking, all around Europe. It's my kind of my life. I work a bit. in Europe, and after that I'm traveling. I have usually I'm travel by myself, but there is a time when, like last year, I traveled for more than 100 days with a group of cyclists from different countries. Last year I cycled 3,000 kilometers from Strasbourg to Barcelona with a group of cyclists from all around the world.
You don't have any difficulties?
Of course, there is problems every day, or I call it challenges. Like for example, before arriving to Morocco in Almeria, my bicycle frame cracked, and after that was broken, and I need to replace my frame. It means was 1 month when I need to find a new frame in internet and to ask people and the family to give me a bit of money to buy the new frame. I'm in Meknès. I'm hosted by the family of Mohammed. I'm very pleased. It's a very good experience for me to stay in their houses and to have the experience.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.